outstanding job by our team tonight. Our top line scored some big goals. Jack Musa scored his 100th point tonight, which is a milestone. Great to see that. I thought the first period was really even, but as the game wore on, I really liked our game. I thought it was an advantage that we did not play Wednesday, and they had to. I think as the game wore on, you can see that, feel that. Thought we played a really good defensive game. Didn't allow a lot of entries with possession, kept them on the outside, and followed our game plan extremely well. Very, very proud of this team. This team was 500 in January, and they just keep getting better, and they're building confidence, and they know how to win games. And Mike didn't have to be outstanding tonight. I thought he makes the saves when we need. But this group is 10 years here now, and this is another group that I'm very proud of that's learned how to play the game the right way, and they play for each other, and they play hard, and they play with integrity, and they're learning how to do things the right way and get rewarded for it.
Touching upon Jack's milestone, he's the third player you've coached here who's hit 100 points. Just kind of, how can you reflect on his journey here at UMass, and just what do you have to say about his time and his growth?
I've loved him since the day he stepped on campus. It's not like he grew into a great player. He's been probably my favorite forward in 10 years. Just how hard he plays, how talented he is, how humble he is. He's a really talented hockey player that plays harder than anybody else on our team. And you don't get that combination very often when your most talented player is your hardest worker. He doesn't talk much. He doesn't talk to me anyways. I just thanked him. It's a good chance this might be his last game in this building. What a way to go out with a game-winning goal.
Jerry said he felt your team really locked it down defensively after Jack's goal. Do you think that's kind of the most encouraging sign from this kind of game?
Yeah, I think we were able to lock it down because they kind of faded. Again, they look tired. And when you're down, you got to play your top lines a lot. We play 4 lines. I really like our lineup right now. I don't look at throw any of our lines on the ice, and I'm comfortable with it. So matchups are a real. We didn't match our top 2 against their top 2 tonight, but if we get any situation, I feel like it's a veteran team. Like I don't feel like there's young guys out there. Nestor still plays a little young, but he is young. He's 18 years old or whatever he is. But we play a mature game, and that's what you need to do this time of year.
Larry Keenan, another game, another goal. Do you think he has any weaknesses right now?
Weaknesses, I'd rather praise him for all the great things he does. He's a very complete player. Second team all league with some really good defensemen in this league. He just keeps getting better. He asked me at Christmas, what do I need to do to keep growing my game? I said, you need to score some goals, get some points, and what does he do? He's lead our team goals in the second half. He's scoring consistently, but you see it when the puck's on his stick. He is so smart, so capable, and he makes great decisions. And puck gets on his stick, good things happen for our team.
Nestor still had 3.
Coach, once again, Jack with another big performance in a big game. Do you see his game go to another level when the lights are the brightest?
We'll see next week.
You mentioned Mike didn't have to do a ton tonight, but when there were a couple of saves he had to make, and I guess just how much does it help you when you're trying to lock it down, play a more complete game, to have a goalie where it's like, yeah, it's all fine back there?
It's a treat, and it doesn't happen a lot as a coach where you've got a goaltender who's just absolutely in the zone, and the team knows it and feels it, and it allows you to play. It allows you to play almost carefree. Like you can be more aggressive, which you want to be, but if you're not committed to it, it usually bites you. And our guys are allowed to play good defensive hockey, try to take away time and space, but we also do a really good job of taking away in front of the net. I think that's a great combination of a team that's figured out how to play defensively, and then a goaltender that's on top of his game. And to me, it's a synergy between the two. That's building. That's been building for a while.
Coach Voslov had 3 points tonight. Just kind of looking back at his first year here at UMass, how have you seen this game grow? And just, is there anything you want to see more out of him, or is there, Like how, just reflecting on his first year.
Yeah, so he got off to a quick start, scored a lot of points early. You know, you go to the World Juniors, he comes back, I always expect those kids to have a dip. And, you know, his dip was he didn't score a lot of points first stretch and he got hurt he was out for a handful of games. But what I see from him now is a kid that's committed to playing the game the right way. He's trying hard, and you know he's not much thicker than this stand here. The more he gets stronger, he's going to be more effective because the way he scored that goal, I mean, I haven't looked it over again, but from the bench, it looked like he had to pull it through his legs. And you know that's high level stuff, and not many kids are doing that. That's why it's the first round draft. It was high level play by Jack to get him the puck. But Vasilov I give him a lot of credit because he's a talented player who understands he's here to learn how to play the game, learn things he can't do, and he's trying hard at it. And he's blocking shots and he's busting his ass on back checks and he's trying hard. And again, I should say it this way: there's no entitlement in this game. That's a compliment. Talented kid, no entitlement. That's a good combination.
You guys linked up at center ice after the game. What is the message in that moment to the team?
Well, you've seen it before. You know, we do that at the beginning of the year, and we say we have to earn the right to do it. And when you do earn the right, it's a pretty special moment. And it's special for me because, you know, I've done it numerous times, but not with a lot of those kids. And to see in their eyes and to understand the journey and experience that they've had over the course of one hockey season, and how much some of these kids have grown. Like, it's very rewarding, and we don't talk about it all year. We just win that last game at home, and it's a playoff to move on, and you've earned that right. And we talk about being links in a chain, no weak links, and it's all very symbolic. It goes hand in hand with a lot of what we discuss with culture. And someday when I'm done here, it's those minutes that are going to be tattooed in my heart.
Final game at Mullins this year. What has this place meant to you, playing here and being here?
It's been awesome this year. You know, today's crowd was great. No students who didn't know what to expect, but the last 3 games with 7,000 and 8,000, it was great energy. It's been awesome. Really, I just love the fact that people appreciate what these kids have done, and I think that's a big reason why they come out. They win, right? I think we won every game. After we lost to BU the first game, I think we won every game the rest of the way, and we didn't win a lot of home games the first half of the year. So there's nothing to me I respect more than seeing growth out of someone, that they can recognize it, attack it, show it. And these kids have, beginning of the year, I did not think this was a great team, but they've become a very good team. They did that.
This was one of the team's better performances in the face-off dot tonight. Do you think that just speaks to the team's confidence they're playing with?
I don't know how strong Northeastern usually is, but we got Kalanick and Kerr, who are going to be 2 guys taking a lot of face-offs for a lot of time. Those 2 guys are getting better and better. I think Melly's might be the only guy under 50%. And Mikey D'Angelo's getting better too. He wasn't great at the beginning of the year. So we got a lot of inexperience in the face-off dot, and but we won't be saying that next year.
This is your 4th trip to the TD Garden as coach at UMass. Is there any way to prepare players for that moment?
It's a good question. So I think this year we'll be able to skate there on Thursday. Last year, I don't think they could. It's important that you get in there. I think having experience playing there, I think matters. And we just don't have that. I think Owen Murray might be the only kid on the team. Jack Musa, actually, only there 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Okay, so we got a handful of guys. Yeah, it's different, but it's fun. Boys have fun. And there'll be no excuses. We got to show up and play our game. But I haven't thought yet about preparing how we need to get by this game. I'll figure out what the messaging is.
Anything more for Coach? Thank you.
Thanks, guys.